welcome to the Heart of Wales line. Welcome to the Heart of Wales line challenge. For this challenge you will need a copy of the Heart of Wales line timetable. Fortunately, I put a link in the description to the PDF for this timetable. This challenge is something for you, the viewer, to do. If you do this challenge, please leave your solution in the comments below. Do not leave a comment that pertains to anything else. I just want to see solutions. You can either leave a link to a website, or you can type out your solution. There might be a prize for the person that comes up with the ultimate solution. This is the thing. The reason why we're focusing on this line is because some people have said to us, a little bit unfairly I think, oh, you're not doing all the stations properly. I thought you'd be getting out at every station. The Heart of Wales line is an excellent example of why it would be ridiculous to get out at every station. There are, for argument's sake, according to the timetable on the map, there are 33 stations between Swansea to Shrewsbury on the Heart of Wales line. I know that we can pick up Swansea on the main line and you know, you could just count the in-between stations, but for the purposes of the timetable, there are 33 stops on this line. Here's the thing. There are only 4 trains a day along this line. Leaving Swansea, for example, one's at 6:04, 9:33, 2:35 and 6:21. So, assuming 2 vital things. 1, let's assume that you're prepared to get up and start every day at 6 AM and you're prepared to have 14-hour days and end at 8, 9, 10 PM. That's assumption number 1. The second assumption is, let's assume that at some of these tiny places that you stop at, there is a place for you to stay overnight. In reality, there isn't going to be. The extreme version of this challenge is to build in a version where you looked up B&Bs that you can viably stay in that are walking distance from the station. That's an extreme version. Let's just do this from a logistical timetable challenge, assuming that you're happy to be on the early train through to the last train, the 4 trains. My question to you is, what is the fastest way that you can do all 33 stops on this line by getting out at each station? Because if you were to get out at every station, if we were to get out at, I can't even pronounce it, if we were to get out at Baidir this morning, we're on the 9:33. It gets to Baidir at 9:57. The next train isn't until 2:56. That's literally 5 hours you've got standing around doing nothing, which would be ridiculous. Now you might think that with 4 trains a day and 33 stations, you just divide 33 by 4 and it's like 9 days. That's the answer to your question. You would be wrong. Because, and I have some pieces of paper to demonstrate this here, the simple way of doing it would be to go to a station on train 1, get out, wait for the next train. Go to a station on train 2, get out, wait for train 3. Go to a station, and so on. And at the end of train 4, you end your day and you start again, and you just hop your way along the line. That is not the way of doing it. What we need you to do, and that's why you need the timetable, is to look at trains coming back in the other direction. And what you can do is you can get a train 1 stop, and that's train 1, wait for the next train. You can get the second train to the next stop, and that's train 2. You could then potentially, at some point, this is just an example, you could get a train 3, say for example, that skips some stops. Because then you get a train coming back in the other direction that picks up some of those skip stops. So by doubling back, can you do more than 4 stops in one day? The answer is yes, you can, but I haven't worked it out for the entire line. Thus is the challenge. Look at the timetable. What is the ultimate, optimum way of doing every single station whereby you get out and then wait for a train, whatever direction it is in, on this line? What's the fastest you can do it in? Leave your answers in the comments below. Good luck.
And clears the font.